Hey y'all, welcome to the Warp Zone. I'm Mello Joe, and Subversive September continues this week with Papers, Please. Papers, Please blends elements of puzzle and simulation in a game that calls itself a dystopian document thriller. You assume the role of an immigration officer at a border checkpoint in the fictional country of Ostotska in 1982. It gives off Soviet vibes and has a visual aesthetic that evokes a Commodore 64 era game. Why are we talking about a game from 2013 in 2025? Well, unfortunately, I think today it's more relevant than ever. So let's get into it. You're paid a meager wage for each immigrant you properly process as you struggle to provide food, heat, and medicine for your family. It's not as simple as just stamping their passports and sending them on their way, though. With each passing day, the rules of entry change, putting you in a tough position, like when an entrant shows up who would have met yesterday's rules and now you have to turn them away. After all, your wife is cold, your kid is sick, and the rent is going up. Make too many mistakes and your pay gets docked. Debt is illegal in Arstotzka, so it's game over, straight to jail if you have a negative balance. Sure, you can take bribes occasionally, but if you get caught, also straight to jail. On its surface, the challenge comes from the technicalities of the ever-changing rules, but at its heart, the real challenge is from the moral dilemmas you find yourself in over and over again. There can be serious consequences for not following the rules. There's political hostilities with the neighboring countries, so an honest mistake could result in a terrorist attack. In real life, the dangerous few can be used to justify inhumanity against large swaths of people. Papers, Please holds the mirror so close to reality that you can see its breath on the glass. You may encounter a married couple like this one. The first of the couple has all their papers in order, but the spouse is missing some paperwork. What would you do? Maybe you're mistake-free for the day and you just let this one slide. Or maybe your own desperation for the processing fee simply won't allow you to let the spouse through. You won't be in any trouble if you stick to the rules, but your heart knows if what you chose is right or wrong, regardless of any laws or any procedure. It turns out the guards get a bonus when you detain people. Detain enough of them and the guards may kick some of their bonus your way. Will you let your own desperation violate the rights of others? Do you even truly have a choice sometimes? After this system starts to grind you and your whole family down, you may encounter folks ready to overthrow the Aristotskan government. Will you decode their cipher and let their agents through? This is a game I won't soon forget. Papers, Please exemplifies video games as an art form. It bucks all traditions with a toned-down aesthetic, and it appeals to your humanity at its core. This award-winning game belongs in your collection. Its message resonates louder now than ever. Papers, Please makes you a cog in the machine forced to choose between following orders or showing compassion. That's how real regimes work, by normalizing cruelty as just procedure. Resisting means refusing to lose sight of people's humanity. Support immigrants. Question rules that strip dignity away. Here's your Subversive September dossier. The fundamental constitutional protections of due process and equal protection embodied in our Constitution apply to every person, regardless of immigration status. Loud, sustained protest help protect your immigrant neighbors by slowing down and tying up unconstitutional use of resources. If you have privilege, now is the time to use it. Dr. King once said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." My friends, that arc doesn't bend on its own. It requires you to apply the pressure to make it bend. I said it last week, and I'll say it again this week. Know your rights. I've included a link in the description below to some resources from the National Immigrant Justice Center to help you or your neighbors prepare. Conoce tus derechos. Deje un enlace en la descripción con recursos del National Immigration Justice Center para que tú o tus vecinos puedan estar mejor preparados. That's your Subversive September dossier. Stay sharp and stay loud. Subversive September continues next week as we go to Nazi-occupied France and join the resistance in the Saboteur. For the Warp Zone, I'm Mello Joe.